Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Halton Hills housing update. So the market is going exactly in the direction that I thought it was going to go in. So looking at last week's numbers, Georgetown had 10 sales, which is actually not a bad week. We had a couple of really bad weeks that we wanted to chalk up to like end of summer, start of school, etc. And I think that that was hopefully the case. So we had 10 sales. I will take double-digit numbers all day. It means our market is still moving. The bad news is we had 18 new listings. The new listings just like can't give us a break, like ever. So 18 new listings last week. You can imagine what that's gonna do to inventory. Looking at Acton, Acton had 2 sales and 5 new listings, so a big week for Acton in terms of new listings. Glen Williams saw no sales and 1 new listing. Limehouse had no sales and no new listings. The rural market saw no sales and 5 new listings. So we are looking at some pretty crazy numbers. I mean, we had almost 30 new listings in all of Halton Hills. We only had 12 sales. The numbers just are not good, and I'm telling you, like, the amount of listings coming on the market still, it's a lot. Like, there's a lot of coming soon. The virtual tour companies are booked. Like, it's not going to be pretty here with inventory. So just as a seller, buckle up. So now looking at the properties that terminated and relisted or came off the market, we had 20 properties that did some adjustments last week. 12 of the 20 came back on the market at a reduced price. And this is not a surprise. We are seeing prices coming down. 7 properties exited the market. So we need that number to be a lot higher. It was a lot higher for the last few weeks, but 7 is not enough to really positively impact our inventory levels. And 1 property relisted at the same price. So again, not enough properties exiting the market. We need to see like a mass exodus here to really start to feel some relief, and we're just not getting that yet. So looking at active inventory, all of Halton Hills is up from 208 to 219 active listings. So we saw a massive jump this week, and I predict that we are going to continue to see that for the coming weeks. This time last year, it was very similar, and it wasn't until like mid-November that we saw some relief in the market in terms of listings, and then properties starting to come off the market before Christmas. So this could be a really long couple of months here. Georgetown's inventory is up from 126 to 132 active listings. We are getting very close to our high of 140. It is creeping up, and I suspect we might actually hit it this fall. We might break that record. Not good news for sellers all around. Looking at our price points, under 800,000 is sitting very high at 15 active listings. Normally those listings are flying off the shelf, and that is just not the case right now. 800 to $1 million is back up over 30. We have 31 active listings, up from 27. This is our price point that you can always count on the properties transacting, and that is just not the case right now. 31 active listings, crazy high. Then 1 to 1.5 million is sitting exceptionally high at 57 active listings, up from 56. I'm telling you, there are so many properties available between $1 and $1.5 million. If that is your budget, like, take your pick. There are so many houses available. 1.5 million plus is up slightly to 29 from 28 active listings. Still a ton of stuff there. The problem with that price point, I mean, we don't see a ton of listings coming up there, but almost nothing is selling either. So it's just a pretty stagnant price point at this point. So it is just like a struggle price point for us for the last couple of years, and I don't think that that's going to change anytime soon. Acton this week is up from 22 to 24 active listings. Glen Williams is up from 7 to 8. Limehouse remained the same at 7, and the rural market is up again to 48 active listings from 46. The rural market has so much inventory as well. And like I've talked about, in the rural market, most of them are higher price point properties. So it just ties into, you know, our 1.5 million plus that aren't moving. Like, I mean, that's just the case for rural too. But again, there are some deals to be had. If you have a bigger budget, start looking. These sellers are negotiating, but it's just really hard to find a buyer with a high budget right now. So overall, our first week of September, was positive in the sense that we saw sales pick back up in Georgetown. That's an indicator, hopefully, that the market is going to start moving again, and hopefully the sales can pick up across the board. The bad news is the new listings, and honestly, it's just not slowing down. There's lots in the pipeline. So we're gonna have to see what happens through September. I anticipate the same thing as really the last two fall markets. They've just not been great. Inventory's been high, prices have come down. We have sellers that need to sell, and that is when our prices start to really feel the pinch. So I'll be back next Tuesday to see what happens as we continue on into September. Have a great week, everyone.